A few days ago, we got the first trailer for Witcher 4, and while majority of people seem to be excited about the new game, there are also many voices disappointed about it, calling it a woke bullshit, DEI disaster, and that it's about to ruin the franchise and drive away longtime fans. The main 3 points that cause outrage are Ciri being the new protagonist, Ciri being ugly, and an interview with IGN where the devs say they are aiming for a new audience. So let's talk about these. Apparently, some people are upset that in the new game, Ciri is the protagonist and they would rather have Geralt as the main character. First of all, we knew Geralt wouldn't be the main character after Witcher 3. There is the ending of Blood and Wine that just feels as a great ending to the character, but even before Witcher 3, the team said it would be the end of Geralt's story. Look at this article. The Witcher 3 is the end of Geralt's story. This article is from April 2015, so it's even before the Witcher 3 release. I think good stories must have an ending. You cannot extend them indefinitely, and we felt that Geralt has had such an amazing adventure, and his saga is already so long and complex that this seemed like a good point to think about an appropriate finale for the story. Then you have this part. It is quite possible that future iterations in the Witcher franchise could feature Ciri as a protagonist. And while the last part was a pure speculation on the author's part, this entire article is almost 10 years old, and it's not the only one saying this. Why are people surprised now that we don't get another Geralt game? And if you are angry about specifically Ciri, I am genuinely curious. Knowing that Geralt wasn't an option, who else would you pick? This is an honest question, it's not supposed to be a trap or something. I am really curious. For me, Ciri is a perfectly natural pick. Even though she was only present in the third game, she is one of the key characters in the universe. In the books, she is the center point of multiple events, and a lot of stuff and conflicts happen just because she exists, and different people want to get control of her for various goals. I always felt like in the books the main character isn't Geralt, but Geralt and Ciri. Personally, I really can't think of a better person to carry the torch, but if you have different ideas, please, I am honestly curious about your picks. Next, we have her looks, and this feels like the biggest upset most people have. Apparently, Ciri got remodeled for the modern audience and is ugly now. And this one I don't get. When I was watching the trailer, I was thinking, well, she got older, she is more mature, but good thing they didn't make her ugly. And then I see all those people saying she is. Almost every post like this uses this screenshot right here. And I have to ask, how long did someone analyze every frame of the trailer to find the most unflattering one so they can use it to make their point? Just look at this one a few frames before and tell me what is ugly about her. She did get visibly older, and this time she has the Witcher eyes, but other than that, I just see our good old Ciri, and she is a beautiful woman. Look at this side-by-side comparison and tell me what changed. I was watching the trailer again, and I just don't see what you see. Also, look at her figure. Nobody has been criticizing that, but when talking about Ciri's looks, I think it's worth pointing out. This is one hell of a body, and I doubt that she would have it if she actually was remodeled for the modern audience. On the contrary, I bet the modern audience is crying right now about unrealistic body standards. It just help me out. If you think she is ugly, what is it? Because I just don't see it. Third, Some people are sharing this article claiming that CD Projekt Red is aiming to abandon their current fanbase and focus on new players. And I have to admit that this got me worried too at first. It is a quote from an interview with IGN, and I was starting to think that maybe the game is really going to be a disaster. But then I read the entire article, listened to the interview, and I came to a conclusion that it's a misinterpretation of what was actually said. They are not aiming to bring an entirely new audience and abandon the old one. They are trying to find a way to make a great game for their current fans, but also bring more people in, who for example know the franchise but haven't played the games. I recommend watching the interview, but let me play some important parts.
We want to create this game in a way that the players with sentiment will feel that they get back home, but definitely the way we structure it, the way we kind of sell the world, sell the stakes, sell the character motivation in a way that is going to be appealing for every single one.
But we want to aim to the new players, wider audience, also the people that knows the franchise but maybe not play our games. So they were introduced by other media to that. So we wanted to reach to actually everybody and make, invite them so they don't feel lost even though they didn't play.
We are actually telling the new story, new saga with Ciri herself, with all the respect to the canon, to the previous games we've said before. And we also want to let player try to define her, because she's way younger than Geralt. She's actually about to become the Witcher. She's about to actually form her own codex, but on her own terms. The way she actually deals with the monsters, the way she deals with quests, the adventures, it's her own unique way. She gives more room to be able to tell different stories here and there. We want to put player agency in the center. We want player to be able to really sense these opportunities and to go in depth when it comes to choice and consequences. You want to apply the all lessons learned from the previous game.
The way I understand it, they are trying to make a game where everybody will find their own preferred playstyle. They are simply saying they want everybody to enjoy the game, and they are definitely not trying to just ignore the long-time fans in favor of new ones. If they achieve that, that is a completely different question, and we will have to wait for that. Related to the DEI topic in games, I am aware of the reports that CDPR is embracing the woke culture, and well, let's wait and see how things turn out. Talking about this specific trailer, I think it was awesome, and I didn't see anything that would worry me personally. It showed some familiar themes of the Witcher universe, and I think it looks very promising. I really hope this won't be another disaster for another beloved franchise. We did have far too many of those in the last few years. If you are still here, thanks for listening to my rant. Let me know if you agree or if you think I'm a complete donkey, and if so, tell me why, I'm always curious. That's it from me today. Have a great day and hopefully see you next time.